Hey, how are you?
I'm amazing. I'm so happy to be here today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Paul, thank you so much for accepting the invitation of this live. We are honored to have you in this live.
Thank you so much for having me here today, too. I've been super excited ever since you reached out to me, and I cannot wait.
Yes, I personally saw you, as I said you, when you were in India, and you looked super amazing that night when you attended the event for Miss World. And like I can see you, the potential in you to win Miss Supranational. So you are a very strong candidate for this year.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. And also,
Yeah.
when you saw me in India, I wish you came up to me. I would have welcomed you with all
Yeah.
arms.
Actually, you were talking to, I think, the National Director of India, Natasha, if I'm not wrong. So I thought that not to interrupt you for that. How are you doing, and how's the preparation for Miss Supranational going for you?
I have been loving it so far. I This is my first pageant ever, so I've been completely engulfed and immersed in it. I don't know why I didn't start pageantry sooner, but we've had a lot of preparations. We have teams in
Yeah.
Denmark, in India, in the US that are all helping me prepare for this pageant. So we're doing interview coaching, stage presence, media presence, and all of that. So I'm just super excited.
And I think because, as you said, it's your first pageant, so excitement is valid. Because,
Mhm.
it's a very big opportunity to put on the shares of your country.
Oh, yes, of course. And I'm so
Yeah.
grateful that I get to represent Denmark in this light and really showcase my country because I love Denmark and I hope people get to see the beauty in it.
Surely. Denmark is one of my personal favorite countries, and unfortunately, I have never been to Denmark, but I have got my passport, so we
You
never
have to
know.
come.
Yeah, surely,
Mhm.
surely. If you win Mr. International, so surely I'm gonna come when you're gonna have your homecoming with the crown.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And I think you'll love it
So,
here too. It's so different
yeah.
and it's so beautiful. You'll never want to leave.
If India allows me to have a dual citizenship,
Just take both.
we never know. Yeah. I can see lots of people are commenting like they are just admiring you. And lots of people are commenting you from like India. They are just admiring you from India. I can see so many followers of mine in
Ah,
this live.
I'm so glad. And their support
Yeah,
means the world to me. It's so nice because sometimes this journey can be so tough and you don't
yeah,
think that you're doing enough, but just seeing that support and love and comments, especially from across the globe, I feel like I can speak for all girls with this, but I feel like it shows us that we're doing something good, you know? We're working
exactly.
towards the betterment.
Exactly. And when Miss World ended and I just came back to my place, so I had a question round like on Instagram stories. So many people asked me that, did you met Miss Supranational Denmark in the
Oh,
event? I was
really?
like, I saw her, yeah, because I think, they had a coverage, whole coverage, one of the India media portal, they had the whole coverage of Miss World. So they already featured you for that. So maybe like they might have seen the event from that portal page. So they messaged me also because I was also in the event. So they were like, did you meet Miss Supranational Denmark? I was like, I saw her. I could not meet her.
But we will meet. This I promise you, we will meet.
Surely, like I'm just hoping that I will be there in Poland for Miss International. So let's see. Yeah. So we have first question for you. That tell us something about yourself.
Something interesting about me that most people are surprised to learn about is that I'm actually a certified anti-gravity yoga instructor. So what that
Oh
is
yeah,
it's yoga but on a hammock. So you're in the air in a way, and the reason I love it is because specifically the upside down poses is because it allows me to be present in the moment, connecting my mind and my body. It releases so many happy endorphins, decompressing my spine. So once I'm off the hammock, I feel present in the moment. And I think it truly is a reflection of the person that I am, someone that is dedicated to nurturing my body, my soul, and my mind. Have you ever tried anti-gravity yoga?
No.
No?
But I would love to I think one thing I would like to say that I have so many queens who are very close to who are very close friend of mine in pageant. So I have Miss World Finland who is very close friend of mine and she is also a yoga instructor.
No way. I
Yeah. So I think that yoga thing is like maybe destined to happen in my life because I have so many friends in India, like out of India also, who are yoga, who are indulged in yoga.
Oh yes, 100%. And I feel you should do it, of course,
Yeah,
because it helps
surely.
you connect with the present moment. And
Yeah,
I feel like all your stresses just disappear when you're doing it because you're so focused, you know?
exactly. Yeah. And I can see one comment. Yoga is from India. Yeah,
Yeah,
the origin
exactly.
of yoga is from India. So
You have all
I
these
think
signs pointing towards you.
yeah. And because I'm just running this page, and of course I have my team with me. Personally, I also aim to represent India internationally in pageants, so I'm just doing preparations for that. And we never know, like maybe next year I might compete for Mrs. Supranational.
Oh my
So I'm
gosh, you
just
definitely
yeah,
should. You
I'm
already
just
know so
taking
much about pageantry, so I feel like it would be perfect for you because you're so knowledgeable and well spoken about. So I think you'd be great at it.
and you know, what's my honor? Like, of course, it's my honor to interview you all. You all are so inspirational. I had so many interviews with Miss World Queens as well, and you are my first Super Queen interview guest. So the advantage of taking interviews that I can learn so much from you all journey because you are doing so well. You are so inspirational as well. So it's gonna help me in my journey as well. So it's just that, yeah,
Thank you. And I feel like it 100% does because ever since I've been crowned Miss Denmark Supranational, I've had the chance to speak
yeah.
to my Danish like queen sisters, and they've just taught me so much about the pageant world. So I feel so much more prepared. So I would 100% agree with you in that context.
I can see so many comments again. Yeah, someone is saying that your speaking skills is incredible.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice to hear. I've been preparing very well and very hard with my
Yeah,
coaches, so I'm very glad to hear that it's paying off.
yeah. And I can see one comment as well. You look stunning and have such a clear mind. Again, you are inspirational to like all of us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So we have next question for you. That is, for you, what is the essence of being a woman? That's a very popular question in pageants. So
Mhm.
for you, what is the essence of being a woman?
I believe that women are so multifaceted,
Yeah,
and especially in today's world. And I don't think it's one thing that makes a woman, you know. Some might want to be mothers, some might want to be CEO or entrepreneur, or some might want to go into philanthropy and help others. But I think the
yeah,
true essence of being a woman is being true to yourself, being the most authentic version of you, embracing your feminine energy, and helping others.
exactly.
That's the true essence. Yeah.
Exactly. I would have included the same points in my answer if I
Mhm.
am to answer this question.
Thank you.
Fantastic answer, fantastic answer. I mean, that's a very strong advantage if you are into pageants. You have to be beauty with brain.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's why I love pageantry so much, and that's why I was drawn to it, because it's not
Yeah,
just about how you look, because everyone is beautiful, and beauty is so subjective. I think
yeah,
why I really love it is because it's about your mind, how your mind works, the impact that you make. And that's why I'm so drawn to it.
exactly. Because unfortunately, for past many decades, the standards of beauty were set. So many women out there, so many girls out there could not even think about, to participate for pageants or not just pageants, to, uplift themselves in real life. But now the time is changing and we are moving into a good direction.
Mhm.
So we're surely gonna, indulge all the voices out there from all over the globe into a new and positive direction so that they can live their dream as well.
Exactly. And I love that because I believe that everyone has their own unique perspective and everyone
Yeah.
brings something different to the table, and that's so important. So the more inclusive we are, the more we can learn and expand.
How excited are you for Miss Supranational?
Oh, I'm thrilled. Ever since I've got crowned Miss Denmark Supranational, all I've been thinking about, dreaming about is just the competition because I have this team working so hard alongside me to prepare me for this. And I feel
Yeah.
that I'm so prepared. I just wish it was happening tomorrow. Also because I really want to meet my super queens across the
Yeah.
globe. I've been looking at their Instagram stories and their posts, and they're all so inspirational. They're so beautiful and so like-minded, you know? They're so strong with a purpose, and I think it would be so amazing to meet them.
I can sense your excitement as well because as a pageant admin, I am super excited for Miss Supranational and Mr. Supranational to get started.
I'm so grateful for them too because I don't know, I couldn't imagine how it would be like without them. Without them, I don't
Yeah.
think I would have been so confident and so comfortable with where I am, but with them, I feel like I've grown so much as a person, and that makes me so happy, you know? They've uplifted me every
Yeah.
single day, even during times where I thought that I couldn't do it. They were always there, and I think that's vital. When you're people that are surrounded by people that are surrounding you, if they are uplifting and positive, I think that's so important because it helps you stay positive and confident and uplifted.
Yeah, like I mean, again, it's amazing to see that the kind of support and the kind of, I would say, the whole team is behind you. And for pageants and for such a big competitions like Supranational, you can't compete and you can't do things alone because you have so much to do. You have to prepare for so many rounds. So of course, you must be needing a team for that. So again, kudos to your team for that. So with that, we are moving to next question, and that is. Fans wants to know that how you started your pageant journey and how it helped you to grow as a personality.
As I've mentioned a little bit before, this is my first time ever competing in a pageant, especially an
Yeah,
international one. I was scouted by the national director of Denmark, Lisa Lance, and ever since then, I've been in this whole other world. I've loved it so far, and I can't imagine life without it now. I don't know what I'd be doing if that was not the path that I chose. I feel like this is what was meant for me, you know, and I'm just so excited for the competition to do this, you know.
amazing to see that, like personally, I'm very excited for the upcoming Supranational because we have so many inspirational queens like you who just started their pageant journey because for so many queens, it's their first pageant. And luckily they also have a big team who is supporting them. So kudos to you for that. And of course, when you participate in pageants, so you grow as a personality. You come out as the best version of yourself. So it's surely going to help you as well when you participate at Supranational and when you move on to the next chapter of your life.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for it because I feel that I've grown so much as a person and I've learned so much about myself. You know,
Yeah,
I used to have qualities, I used to aim for perfection, but through this journey, I've learned that it's not about that. It's about trying your best, being the best version of yourself. I don't think we're
yeah,
competing against other women. I think we're competing against ourselves to be the best version
yeah,
of us. And so it's taught me to not be so hard on myself and to take it one step at a time.
exactly. Because I think it's of course a competition, but again, you're not competing to just, eliminate each other for the categories, but you're competing for yourself and of course to achieve your destiny, to achieve your dreams, and of course to learn from each and every country or each and every girl who's going to compete for Supranational because you are going to listen and you're going to have so many stories on one single platform. And isn't that amazing? I mean, when I think about myself, that maybe one day if I compete internationally, so I'm gonna meet so many amazing men out there who are having different stories, who are having different, challenges of their life, and I can see all of them on stage once together. So it's so amazing to even think about it, and you're gonna have that feeling live very soon.
Oh, 100% because I feel like all of us women super queens are so different from one another, but we all share is
Yeah.
a passion to do better for this world. So it's going to be incredible to see them and to learn about their journeys, their lives, their experiences. Because I can say this, I'm sure we all have different personalities, but
Yeah.
we want to be able to contribute to the greater good. And that's why I'm so excited. And I hope those 3 weeks with them, I'm able to bond with almost all of them because they're so inspirational.
And the fun fact is that you're gonna have friends for lifetime. You're gonna have sisterhood for lifetime, even like the pageant ends, because it's been the history of Miss Supranational that the kind of sisterhood that we see at Supranational, it's always amazing.
Mhm.
Last year also we had so many friendship bonds, which were very famous for the supranational weeks and months, I can say. So we are surely very excited to see that which friendship bond is gonna emerge or is gonna be the talk of town for the supranational month.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. From there on, I can see that why your speaking skills are so good because you are indulged into communication thing.
Yes, it
Yeah,
has
so it
it has
surely helps.
contributed.
Yeah, it surely helps, it surely helps.
And I think it's great, especially studying about something that you're passionate about or that
Exactly.
interests you. Like for you, it's international relations because you love talking to people, you love communicating. And I think it's important because it drives you to learning more.
Yeah, that that was my reason to study international relations. And I can see one question as well. Can you tell me about your hardships in this field? Like maybe a kind of struggle where you had a kind of hard time for preparations, or maybe when you entered into this industry.
It would most likely be when I was having my dance classes. Because of
All
my
right.
perfectionistic qualities, I wanted to be perfect. I didn't want to make a mistake at all. I wanted to be seen as, great. I can do this dance to the best. But through dance, I learned that it's not about that at all. And it's okay to make mistakes because you're expressing yourself. Your body is moving to the
Yeah.
music. Dance is different for everyone. The way we express ourselves is different from everyone. So through that, I've learned that it's okay to mess up as long as you're happy, authentic, and comfortable. As long as you're confident and everybody can see that. That's what matters.
That's so true, and I can totally relate to you on this part because, as you said, that you always try to be a perfectionist.
Mhm.
That little insect of perfection is also inside me. That I mean, like personally, individually, I also always want myself to be perfect. So that is impossible or quite hard to do that because you always gonna make mistakes, whatever you do. But I have this thing in my mind that, if I participate in a competition, in a small competition even, I have this thing in my mind that I have to be very competitive. I have to be at least in top three or top two,
Mhm.
so that it can fulfill my that insect of satisfaction, to be a perfectionist. So I can totally understand to you that how hard it is sometimes to maintain that level of competitiveness.
Thank you. I'm breaking out of it. I'm
Yeah,
really trying. You can't move a mountain in one day, but I'm taking little steps to break out of that because
yeah.
I've learned that there's no such thing and everyone has their strengths and their defaults, but that's what makes us beautiful. And as long as you can love both equally, that's what matters the most.
Exactly, that is so true. We have another question for you, and that is, if you could have one superpower, so what would it be and why?
I think that I would have the power of healing. I've seen
Right.
so many people hurting and sick, not just physically, but also emotionally. So, with this power, I would aim to help those and relieve them of that pain. I believe by doing that, we can foster hope And so they can shift their focus on growth and love. And through that, I hope to leave a legacy of compassion, where we're all united through love, compassion, empathy.
I mean that if it was the final Q&A of Miss Supranational, that you could have won the Miss Supranational title.
You're so sweet.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And that is it shows that how hard you are training for your competition, because the reason that why we ask question is that all of us want to know that how articulate you all are, of course, how articulate one contestant is. And I think that's the same thing that what judges look also, because when you are on the stage, you are having very short span of time, maybe I think 20 seconds or 30 seconds, I am not sure about it.
So
But you
short.
within that, yeah, very short time. So within that particular phase of time, you have to give the best. You have to start, you have to give the main body of the answer, and then you have to end very strongly your answer. And it was such a perfect answer. I'm surely gonna record this like specifically.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. See, people are also appreciating your answer, like in the comment section.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
But to
And
be
if
honest, that's,
know,
yeah,
yeah,
you go.
I was just saying that if I was supposed to answer this question, so I would have said this thing that if I have one superpower, so my answer is going to be quite illogical, but again, that's what I want to do with my superpower. If I was supposed to have a superpower, so I would reverse the deaths.
Mhm.
Because it's so hard to see people losing their loved ones. So again, I know it's quite impossible, but if I was supposed to have a superpower, so I would have reversed the deaths so that no one is losing their loved ones. I mean, like
Yeah, but
I can't see kind of separations for family for loved ones. So it's just I
yeah,
will
it's
just do
so
that.
heartbreaking. It's so
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
So that's gonna be that. You were saying something before I started.
Oh, I was just saying, no, but honestly, truly, that's the power I would have. Because I feel like it could really impact so many people's lives. But I think yours could
Yeah.
too, because heartbreak and separation is so painful. You know, no one should have to go through that. But also, there's birth, which is the
Yeah.
contrast to death. So with death, there's also life, which is beautiful.
So we say this thing that every ending has a new beginning. So like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we have next question for you is that Denmark has never won Miss Supranational, though sending their best bets for Supranational. So what are you bringing to the table that Denmark is surely winning Miss Supranational this year?
I believe that I bring a fresh new perspective. Growing up with a Danish father and an Indian mother, and having lived across various countries throughout my life, I've been able to have a deep appreciation and understand the interconnectedness of the world around me. It's shown me the beauty and the hardships of life, but it's also opened windows in my mind. It's taught me that empathy and compassion are the bridges to unity. And so, with my perspective and my drive to make change, a positive change for the betterment, I believe that I could really bring the crown to Denmark.
Yeah, I mean, with such strong answers, you can surely bring a crown to Supranational like Denmark. Of course, it was a fantastic answer. So kudos to you.
Thank
And
you.
again, people are sending so many hearts for you. So we can see your hard work for your speaking and communication skills. You are doing so amazing. I mean, I have to say this thing like just apart from this live, I have interviewed so many queens and I have also asked so many questions to them. But I think you are the most prepared one. Like I can personally say my personal opinion because I was interviewing the Miss World queens as well. So I asked them few questions. Of course, they were fantastic. But it seems like that, I am sitting on the judging panel and I'm just asking you the questions for Supranational final, and you are answering of that level right now. So you are doing fantastic.
Thank you so
That's
much.
just my personal opinion.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much. But it's all thanks to my team. I wouldn't be
yeah,
where I am today without them. All that support and the practice with them, I feel it's made me so much more better and articulate. So I'm so grateful to them. But that means so much to me. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Yeah, you're just super amazing. I mean, like, I'm surely gonna, just take a kind of screen recording of all your answers. Surely gonna post it separately on my page, regardless of the live.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I can see so many comments for you that she's always prepared, and of course, her powerful team. Of course, such a powerful team. Yeah. So, before I ask other question to you, have you talked to your Supra sisters as of now? So many Supra queens are yet to be crowned because we are not having full list as of now. So, have you talked to any one of them?
I've actually met Miss Supranational Honduras. So I went to Miss Universe last year and I got to meet her, and it was truly incredible. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a language gap between us,
Yeah,
but she was the sweetest. She was so sweet, and it made me so excited for the competition and happy because I realized that she's so sweet. So there must be so many others who are also very sweet. And I think that's so important because going into a competition, it's already tough as it is because you want to do
yeah.
your best. But when you're competing against women who are also very empowering and nice, it makes it a lot more easier.
Exactly. Your company is surely a very helping aid if you are into a new place.
Hmm.
So surely you're gonna have a super company. And I think when all the most of the queens are gonna get crowned, because still we are not having the full list of the queens for supranational. So you're surely gonna, I can say, create a very strong bond before the even competition starts, because when the competition deadline is gonna come closer, you all are also going to come very closer.
Oh, yes, for
So,
sure.
yeah. So when once like most of the queens get crowned, so maybe you're gonna have a specific group, maybe on Instagram or WhatsApp, whatever platform. But you're surely gonna get closer and create new friendship and bonds before the competition starts.
I'm sure of it because so many of the super queens, we've already been supporting each other through Instagram posts or
Yeah,
congratulating each other, and it's just so nice to have that uplifting optimism from them.
exactly, exactly. So, I think I've already asked you this question, but again, as my fans are gonna kill me if I don't ask this question to you. So the question is like they send me this specific question. So it's just basically not a question, but again they just wanted to know that who is your favorite Miss Supranational as of now? Like Miss Supranational winner as of now. Your favorite.
Wow, I think they're all truly inspiring and they've done a lot so far after being crowned.
Yeah.
But mine would be Antonia Porceld. I follow her on Instagram and just watching her journey, watching her growth is so inspirational. I aspire to be somewhat of a woman like her because she is so philanthropic, but she still remains dedicated to doing other things too. You know, she's very multifaceted. And
Yeah.
especially at Miss Universe, her bond with Miss Philippines, that was truly incredible.
It was
It was so
the
nice to
highlight
see.
of the show. It was the highlight of the show.
Exactly. I love when pageant sisters get together and create a bond because I truly believe that they last for lifetimes.
The Supranational Queen placed Supra High.
She really did.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
using the super
Again.
puns, like super excited.
It's such a, I think the Supra word such a unique, I mean like unique and energetic word also. So I use this thing in my personal life also that if I have to do that, someone asked me this question that how are you feeling? Most of the time I say I'm feeling Supra high.
No, it's so much fun. I love saying it all the time. And my friends get so confused. They're like, Supra? Don't you mean super? And I'm like, no, Supra.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, same thing, same thing. Most of my office friends say this thing that what is this Supra? I always say this thing that go to Miss Supranational page, you will find what's Supra.
You will know. Yeah.
Yeah, you will know. So we have next question for you is that I think already asked this question to you, but again, do you have any kind of hobbies? And of course, I asked this question to you, but people sent me this question that if you have any specific hobbies, so did you have any kind of disasters in it? I mean, like to say, for example, if I have to elaborate, I loved cooking. I love cooking. But once I tried for the very first time, it was a big disaster. I cooked, I think, rice and some kind of liquid thing with it, but my rice got burnt and no one ate it.
Oh my God.
So people just want to ask you this thing that if you have any kind of specific hobbies, so was there a kind of disaster or a funny thing that happened when while you were performing that hobby?
For me, I love traveling. I've been traveling ever since I was young, and I'm so fortunate to be able to travel to different countries. And by the time I reached 18, I had traveled to over 40 countries. But I remember there
Yeah,
was a time where I actually traveled with my friend to the UK, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. But on our way back, bear in mind, I had traveled so much my life, especially independently, so I knew how flight times worked and all of that. We had missed our flight, and this had never happened ever. We
I
were
mean,
both crying, and because it was the worst thing ever. We were so young, and I felt so bad because I wanted to guide her because she had never traveled by herself before. So I felt a huge responsibility on my back. So I
yeah.
called my dad. I said, Dad, I'm so sorry. We missed the flight. I don't know what to do. And then she starts crying because I'm an emotional wreck. But he calmed me down and he made me realize that to not get so frustrated and to instead calm down. It's okay. Focus on the solution. You know, you can only
Yeah.
fix things by having a clear head. So I try to keep that with everything that I do. I try not to let my failures lead me into a bad state. Rather, I try to be more calm and open-minded. I try to find a silver lining.
Yeah, and I can feel you, even though it might have happened a few years back. I know that how it feels, when something happens for the first time with you.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
like I mean, like I also tried baking, so I still remember for the very first time when I did that, it was a big disaster that within, I think, 5 minutes, I had to throw my whole cake in the dustbin because instead of, I think, a limited amount of sugar, I added the whole bunch. So it was so sweet. It was so sweet that no one could even smell it. So I had to throw that whole thing in the dustbin.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a time my friend tried to bake pumpkin pie, and instead of using sugar, she used salt.
Oh
So
my
she was
gosh.
so excited. It looked so beautiful. I could send you a picture after, but it was such a beautiful pie, and I was so excited. I was taking pictures of it, and then we went to eat it, and it was not sweet at all. It was so salty.
Yeah, I can understand that thing also. It feels so bad, but again, I laughed a lot after that. I was laughing on myself.
Of course, it creates like the most amazing memories. Sometimes the worst things that happen to you can be the best things, the things you laugh at in the future.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's all the questions from our side that we wanted to ask you. And before we like surely like end this live, I'm gonna do one segment with you that I always do. All right. Suppose you are in the top five of Miss Supranational. You have reached top five. You have answered the final Q&A, and the hosts are announcing the results in reverse orders: fourth, third, second, first runner-ups. And now you are in top two, holding hands with one of the. I can just imagine a girl, and you are just holding hands like this. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to announce the results that Miss Supranational 2024 is Denmark.
Oh my God, my
So what
heart
would be
is
your
already
winning
racing.
reaction? Yeah. So what would be your winning reaction? So let's just capture this. Let's just do it. I'm gonna announce Miss Supranational 2024 is Denmark, and you have to give your winning reaction before we end this live.
Okay. I
Yeah,
already
let's
feel
do
so
this.
happy. I couldn't stop smiling when you were explaining this.
I can totally understand you because it's such a big thing for all the contestants participating to be called as the ultimate winner for the competition. It's such a big thing. I can like saying this thing to me, it makes me so excited about my future.
I can imagine because you're gonna look into Mr. India. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just typing. So let's do this. I'm just announcing results and you can hold hand, right?
Okay.
So the Miss Supranational 2024 is Denmark.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God, I'm
putting crown
tearing
on your
up.
head, though I'm not the reigning queen. I'm just putting the crown on your head.
Thank you.
So it would be fantastic if you win. I mean, like, because you're my first supranational guest.
Oh, that would mean everything to me, and I'm so happy that I got to be the first supranational guest that you got to interview. It means everything to me. It's
It's
super
our pleasure as
amazing.
well. It's super amazing. I'm surely gonna use this line all my like all the interviews of Mr. Supranational and Mr. Supranational as well.
Oh, you have to. I'll be watching all of them.
Yeah, that's our pleasure. And first, like, thank you so much that you agreed to join this live. And it was one of our best live, to be very honest, because I think we were laughing a lot throughout the live. So it was such an amazing live. Thank you so much for joining.
So
Yeah,
much. I had the best time ever. The best,
it was
honestly.
our best time. We're surely gonna be, of course, gonna have a conversation throughout the Supranational season. So I'm so excited for you, and all the best from Team Glamour of Pageants. You're surely gonna do very well in the competition.
Thank you so much. So much love
Yeah,
from Denmark to you too.
same this side from India. Bye bye.